Alright, so the last one wasn't tracking apparently, but we did get some video, so hopefully that one will go up. And that's good. Because I loaded him in a trailer, he was pretty braced to back up. And he's a little guy, so my trailer was tall enough. I didn't have to worry about him hitting his head quite so much, but when I come in here, I'd like for him to flex his jaw there a little more and get soft. Flex his jaw and get soft. So we mainly did it from this side, and I come in, I go right to left, right, left. When he goes back, I release, and I'm just flowing. If he gets stuck, I'm gonna go right, left, there, he got soft. Now he's a little crooked, so I'm gonna push him away from me there until his hind there starts to step over, and then we'll start to straighten up again. So he backs pretty crooked. His hind quarters, if I back him straight, want to come to his right. So we'll counterbalance that, and we want to work on him backing straight. And if he gets crooked, we'll straighten him. See, I have his head tipped away, he'll go straight, but I want to wait till that connects to his feet a little bit, and he starts that turn ever so slightly. Again, we're always looking for the small change in that slight try. Doesn't have to be perfect now. Good. Now, it was just a small step, but it was straight, so I'm happy with that. This side's a little harder for him. There. And I want to check him out on this side a little more, because I want to see if he backs crooked from this side. This side's a lot straighter. But just a little guy, so we're going to take up our halter a little bit and check him out with some things. So we did just a little bit of groundwork, and he's definitely tight and lacks some flexion and some reach. And I'm not trying to scare him here, but just to use the flag and walk away from him bothers him. So I want to respond in respect without a fear. I'm not wanting him to be afraid here. Boy, the hawks are just going crazy over there. I don't know if you guys can hear them. They're in a tree straight up that way. There's about 4 of them total. My dogs ran them off a couple times. Good, so when he can kind of handle that and I can shake this a little bit, I'd approach him from behind where if he has to leave, he can go forward, and I'm not approaching him in front of the shoulder here where he might pull back. Little head shy, like somebody's maybe hit him in the head before. Good, we want him to walk smooth. Keep walking. And I ride up here, see, and he gets a little worried there. So it has nothing to do with me. But again, if he can't tolerate this, I don't want my fat butt up there. Just what I check out. Like my old friend once said, gentle as a dead pig is what the man once said, but when the man crawled on, the pig wasn't dead. I don't want to be surprised up there, and if he can't tolerate this stuff, doesn't mean he's bad with a person, but I can guarantee he's not good, and if you had a slicker blowing in the wind, that might bother him. I want him to keep walking there. And I'm going to work on the roundness. So again, when I get these horses in, it's a great opportunity for you to see some stuff early. I don't get to video every time because I don't always have my phone or my camera. Or in this case, a speaker that's getting rounder. So we're going to take the hind. I'll drive the hind away. That's nice. Good. And the front, where he gets a little fast, he's reaching better. Good, and he can walk off. when I get up there, if he gets too fast, I'm going to break his hind and start again. I'm not just going to have him learn to be a runaway there and drag me. So when this rope's tight, it's a little tight now, but he's not dragging me, but I'm aware of it. So I don't kind of keep advancing to him, so I can pull my barrier here. I want him soft in the middle. There's the softness in the middle, but keep walking. We'll get our flag up above where we're going to ride again. Good. Good. Keep going. Don't brace. Keep going. Alright. Good. Too fast. So if it just goes too fast and he starts to kind of drag, we want that front foot to reach out. We're starting to work on the front quarters a little. And again, as I go, if you find those spots that you have questions, pause them and ask them. It definitely helps our algorithms, and it might help you to understand. And it might help others to understand as well that don't understand. So he kind of keeps jogging. I want him just slow and smooth. Good. Now we'll take the hind. Still speeds up a little, but it's getting better. That was a nice move, but he kind of leapt forward with the front when he changed direction. Again, it's characteristic of a horse that's probably been lunged and used the whip a little. Good, we'll take the hind. There's the hind. There's the front, but then he leaps forward. So in time, we'll be a little more particular. And we might take the front and then re-rock back. So right now, we're just kind of getting to know him and free his feet up. Take the hind. Good. There's the front. There he started to wait. And he's a little worried there. We're just going to pet him. Find peace. Find peace. He's worried there. So a little worried there about his head, his ears with the flag. So again, we just find little holes that we're going to work on through the time we have them. And like my friend said, I like to get to where he's confident and I could kind of do the world tour. As it comes around his ears, he's a little head shot. We're going to see if we can support him a little bit with our hand. They're not too worried there, so it's not a bother with his ears. It's just the flag there that he's lacking some confidence. I didn't notice anything when I haltered him, but sometimes I want to make sure there's like not a pain in his ears. Again, I haven't done much, but I'm going to have to put a bridle on, so when I go put a little pressure down here, I'd like him to soften a little. I did just a little bit when we caught him to bring him in the trailer, and it wasn't great, but don't have a lot of time to spend there. Now, because I didn't check him out much, I also didn't cinch him up very much, so we're going to just take the opportunity to check our cinch. And so it's kind of things coming from up above him here that he gets bothered with, which kind of sucks because that's where we got to ride. But good, follow a feel. Doesn't have to rush off, and because he's been rushing off and he got a little jerky there, we're going to reapply. It wasn't smooth, but it was nice. So we take that pressure off and we ask him again. That was nice and smooth. I'd like to not have to whack him with the flag. It doesn't hurt, which is why I like the flag. But it's nice that he could be smooth there. That was the energy that I wanted. So again, when the flag comes up here, he gets a little worried. We're just going to kind of change eyes with the flag. He can't see kind of right up in top there. So they have to trust because it kind of goes out of sight and then back in sight. And we don't want him afraid of that. Again, because the person's going to come out of sight sometimes and back in sight. Now the front foot, see, I wouldn't pull here because I would pull him forward. I want him to reach back there with that front foot. Now we're going to try to drive a little. See if we can drive him away. No. We'll help him there. step out and back. Good. Now we'll help him again. We don't want him to feel like he needs to reach up. Front quarters and then release. It's nice that he can find a stop. We don't want to rush him off there. Well, and one step at a time, rock back a little more, rock back a little more, rock back a little more on your hind end so you can reach. There's a little try. Good. And then we'll pet him. Again, it's not the flag, it's a rope. I want to find all these things where I reassure. Now we'll ask him to go off again smooth. So it took quite a bit that time. So we're going to just stop him again. And we'll ask him to go. But again, at least, so that time I probably did too much. I always ask myself, did I do too much or did it take too much? It's not like we killed him and it's not like the end of the world. There, took me a lot less this time. Because I got too much, I knew I could probably do less and get the job done. But I don't kind of do less if it took a lot to barely get him to go. Until I get too much or until he goes too fast. Good, see how he walks off on that side? Got a little change on the other side, so we're just going to stop him and re-rock him back. There's a nice little change. So when I put pressure here, if my leg was over on his elbow, I'm saying, hey, step back, step out and back. There's a nice move, but then don't walk off. Nobody asked you to walk off. Try out and back again. Good, now don't walk off. You can do another step there. Don't run me over. Don't run me over. He says, I'll just get my head up over you. That's worked for me before. No, you can yield. But don't step on my feet. And then re-rock back. There, and then re-rock back. Good. And we had to get firm, so we go back and we soften. Again, it's no rush. Good. I'd like a little more life in his feet, but again, it's his first day. We got days. I'm not trying to make anything happen. I'm just giving him the choice. And I think that's a good little bunch of exercises for you to see, but also for you to work on. I hope you guys enjoy this, and like I said, if you have questions, sorry about the audio, I just didn't have time for my speaker. Christmas is coming up and it's crazy. I just wanted to find some peace through horsemanship, and I hope you did too. Enjoy the journey, happy trails, and Merry Christmas.